We are going to talk about different things in this behind the scenes video. Of course, there is the behind the scenes, plus my go-to 3 to 4 lights setup and my thoughts on the Phottix Raja softboxes. Let's go. And I am back with a kind of studio session, not a real studio. We made a temporary studio inside an empty house that we had access to for a couple of days. I do this quite often. People who know me know that I'm often looking for new locations, spaces to work in. And every time I get access to an empty house, usually there is no electricity there. But now I have my own power station, so this is not an issue for me anymore. So if you haven't seen my review of the ECOflow DELTA, you can go and watch it right now or maybe later. The link will be in the description box below. In this session, I'm photographing 2 athletes, 2 swimmers. I will be using 3 to 4 lights for this classic portrait session. I am trying to create a really contrasted and dark look. I am killing the ambient light, and you will see in the final results that you can barely see my backdrop. So if you want to replicate this look, basically you can use pretty much anything that is dark behind your model. I am using 2 strip softboxes placed behind my models on both sides. Overhead is a 105 centimeters round softbox, and for my main light, attached to my main light is a octa deep 80 centimeters softbox. All these softboxes are from the Phottix Raja family. All of them are double diffused. I'm using 2 layers of diffusion and, of course, the grid for more control. The goal for me was to have a lot of contrast and that rim light all around my athlete. I am working with the Fujifilm GFX100s and only one lens, the GF50mm. And for my lights, I believe it's the first time I'm using all of them at the same time. I'm using the PIXAPRO CITI1200pro, the GODOX AD1200pro, the GODOX AD600pro, and the AD300pro. Yeah. I didn't move my lights too much. Basically, I used this exact configuration, this exact setup you're seeing right now throughout the entire shoot. Sometimes I turned off my main light every time I needed more shadows and every time my model was looking up. Basically, I'm only using the overhead light and both lights that are placed behind my models. And now a few words about these softboxes that I used for this session that you will most likely see again and again in future videos. I personally only have 3 of them. I have the strip box, the 105, and the 80D. But there's a wide variety of shapes and sizes you can choose from depending on your needs in the Raja family. But the one thing that intrigued me and got me interested is the concept. It's a softbox, but it works like an umbrella, so it literally takes you seconds to set up. They are really well made. I'm impressed with the overall build quality of these soft boxes. I've used them multiple times in different sessions, and I have to say I'm quite pleased with the results. I said it earlier, they are shipped with 2 layers of diffusion, an inner baffle depending on the model of your softbox, and a grid. And all of that with a really sturdy and nice bag. I really hate setting up my lights and packing, and these softboxes really make it easy. They help me save a lot of time. If you are looking for a set of lights modifiers that are well built and easy to set up, you should seriously look at these Phottix Raja softboxes. I really love them personally, so, you might love them too. All the links to all the products, gear that I mentioned in this video will be in the description box below. Big shout out to Buy Studio Lights who sent me this set of soft boxes. I had a lot of fun using 4 lights. If you know me a little bit, if you know my work a tiny bit, you know that I often use 1, 2, and sometimes on rare occasions 3 lights. Do you want me to share more behind the scenes videos like this one where I use 3 to 4 lights? Tell me in the comments below. And that's it for this one. I really hope that you enjoyed it and maybe learned a thing or two. I will catch you in the next one, and until then, please have a good one.